Alrighty, folks, it's time to make me feel super old. So we are now on episode 2000 of The Ben Shapiro Show. So this show premiered now 9 years ago, and it's been going for quite a while. So I'm going to take a trip down memory lane and see what the show looked like and what that handsome young man looked like about a decade ago. Oh, look at baby Ben. So cute. I feel like I'm in slightly better shape now. Have I aged all that much? I mean, I have a beard now, so there's that. Also, we apparently were doing this. I mean, I know where we were doing this. We were in Jeremy Boring's pool house, and we had a screen behind us with this not all that attractive logo. And here's what it looked like. The media make me want to vomit and never stop vomiting. I'm Ben Shapiro, and this is The Ben Shapiro Show.
Isn't racism beyond political discussion?
That's a lot of my voice right there. Wow.
The New York Times touts a new study.
That's episode 500, I believe.
Between black and white children are based on racism.
Somebody's
President
office
Trump
in the House.
congratulates Putin on his sham election, and Democrats threaten civil war. A lot to get to. I'm Ben Shapiro. This is The Ben Shapiro Show.
Little echoey up. The riff is already there, and the logo. So you can see the progress.
Good morning. At 11:06 Eastern Time, I declared a coup. I am now President of the United States. The IRS has been dissolved, and I declare a thumb war as well.
Where you are going to see the spikes are where people lock down permanently.
Up. You can see it's
we
COVID.
artificially
This is my
suppressed
garage.
the numbers, and now the numbers are going to spike again. Maybe the artificial suppression
lost
was
some weight.
necessary, so we didn't overwhelm the system.
Looking a
It's
little
possible.
stressed because I've got a lot
But
more kids.
I've been saying for weeks, we were all going to become Sweden. It was just a matter of time as to when we did that. And so everybody who's ripping on Sweden, I have a question. What was your alternative? That we're going to be locked down forever? There's only one problem, and this is what Hillary discovered in 2016. Donald Trump is a mud monster. The man is made of mud. If you throw mud at Donald Trump, you know what? He looks the same as he did before. He is still a mud monster. If you throw mud at a mud monster, he now just has more mud on him. If you throw mud at Joe Biden, and Joe Biden has been portrayed as pure as the driven snow, as clean and as white as a freshly spread bedsheet, that's going to show a lot more, and it's going to be a problem for Joe Biden.
Honestly, I think that my show got better. Honestly. Like the beginning, you can see it's a little awkward. I'm still getting familiar with the microphone. And by episode 1000, I feel like I've hit a sweet spot. And now, of course, I'm more muscular. I have facial hair. I have more children. I live in a completely different state. We have a much better studio. We missed, actually, the location of a few of my studios because we took kind of specific episodes. But there was like a full 3-4 year period there where we were shooting from a secondary studio in Los Angeles that literally had black mold in it. It was like the worst place. I used to complain about it constantly. We had an office in LA, and in that office in LA, so our original office was in the building that is now where the Prager University offices are. And so my set, which you'll see if you tune back to maybe episode 100 or so, it looks like basically just a wall made of wood. And I remember when Jeremy Boring and Caleb Robinson literally physically put that wall together. I'm not going to use my hands like that, gang. That's not what these moneymakers are for. In any case, that's what the set looked like for a while. Then we revised the set, redid it, then it looked like kind of a metal wall. And then we ended up moving offices. And we were down in like this deep, dark basement, like made-over restaurant. And it was terrible, and it smelled awful, and it was just an awful place. And meanwhile, Knowles had a beautiful studio, and Clavin had a beautiful studio. I used to complain about this all the time. Then COVID broke out. And because of all of the stay-at-home orders in California, we had to do it from my garage. And then we ended up coming here. And now we have a nice big studio because Florida is a land of freedom and happiness. But yeah, as far as the skill set, this is good proof, I think, that when you even see those short clips, you can see, I think, that I've gotten better at the job over time. At least I hope I have. If I haven't, I probably should quit. Whatever your job is, you should keep getting better at it until you die. That's my basic theory of work, as you all know. That's my controversial theory of work. Oh, I've been told that there's a surprise for me. That's never good. Uh-oh.
I'm Ben Shapiro, and this is The Ben Shapiro Show.
Isn't racism beyond political discussion? Tend to demonize people who don't care about your feelings.
2,000 episodes. It's amazing to think back to those days when you were doing AM talk radio from the upstairs bedroom of your condo in LA.
True story.
Hi, Ben. Greetings from your long-lost sister, twin, cousin, daughter, niece. I don't even know how we're related anymore.
Ben, congratulations on 2,000 episodes. It seems like just yesterday you had done 1,999 episodes. And now today, you're at 2,000.
Wow, 2,000 episodes, what an accomplishment. I remember Truth Revolt, through your YouTube show, all the way back to starting episode number 1. We were just trying to get it out the same day. We didn't even know what a podcast was back then.
Hey Ben, congratulations on your 2000th episode. What an amazing accomplishment.
Happy 2000th episode. That is an amazing accomplishment. You've been working so hard for years at this point. Nobody works harder than you. I'm honored to work with you. You're a great mentor, a great collaborator, and I'm so happy for you.
I look forward to 2,000 more, most of which I suspect will be filmed when we are all in the gulags, starting in or around November of this year. But in any case, I think we'll still be having a very good time as we have all these years up until now. So congratulations.
It's been a real journey together, and I look forward to continuing to grow the show.
You've made such an incredible impact on the world and especially our country, and I thank you for that. Can't wait for the next 2,000 to come.
Amazing to see what you've accomplished, amazing to see the influence that you now have, amazing to be your business partner throughout all of these years. And even more amazing than that is this beautiful original song from your favorite band, Smokey Mike and the God King, to commemorate you on your great success. A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3.
I'm Ben Shapiro. This is the Ben Shapiro
Thank you guys for cutting that off. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so all of those people, for those you didn't recognize there, obviously you see some of our hosts, right? You see Matt Walsh, not really, but you see Jeremy, and you see Brett Cooper, and you see and Michael Knowles, who has literally been there since the beginning of the company, although he wasn't a host at the beginning. We were a better company in some ways at the very beginning. And then Jonathan Hay, who is the original producer of the show and the person who had to actually shoot the show. Like when we first started the company, it was 7 people. It's now like 300 people. But when we started the company, those 7 people were like me, Jeremy, Jonathan Hay. Mathis was a very early hire, but I'm not sure that he was there right at the very beginning. He was close to the very beginning. Knowles was also a very early hire for no reason I can discern still. It's just insane. I've known Michael Knowles for almost as long as I've been married, which is just one of the saddest commentaries on my life. I don't know where Andrew Klavan is. Apparently, I hope he's still alive. I hope. Matt Walsh, I believe, was literally fishing when this was made. But I appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys so much. And again, without the team here at Daily Wire, well, I'd still be doing the show. It just wouldn't be nearly as successful. So thanks to that. Also, I want to thank everybody who's in the production room, because they're the people who actually are the ones who do all the hard work on the show. I mean, aside from the talking and the planning of the show and the thought, but all the other stuff, they 100% do. Okay, and of course, I have to thank the audience, because without you guys, the show would be utterly irrelevant. I'd probably still be doing it, but there would be like 3 people watching it, and my wife would yell at me a lot more for wasting my time doing a show that nobody watches. Like, back to the production team, honestly, they do like really, really hard work. I'm making fun of them, but they work super hard to make the show come out every day, to make it look great, despite the fact that they have to work with some bad raw material and cut the show such that, you know, Ben After Dark is its own show as opposed to just sort of interspersed like pepper throughout the show. There's some F words that have hit the cutting room floor over the course of the past few years. As far as the changes in the country, I mean, wow, in 2015, remember Barack Obama was still president of the country. And then we had a Donald Trump presidency. And then we had COVID and Black Lives Matter and Joe Biden being president. Is the country better now than it was in like 2015? In some ways, yes, because the right has really struck back against the left. In some ways, Obamaism has been thoroughly repudiated and debunked. In some ways, the country is a lot worse off, because obviously we've moved radically on a socially left-wing path. We've continued to spend money like it's going out of style. Our foreign policy was great during Trump, and it's collapsed again under Joe Biden. Those are the ups and downs of politics. But the one thing that is true remains the conservative principles that were the foundation of the show. If you go back to the beginning of the show, the one thing that has remained true, the one thing that has remained consistent, it's not my face. Again, I have facial hair now. The difference is the major thing that has stayed consistent is the principles of the show. Those really have not changed since day one. Those are also, I think, the principles upon which we founded the company. Thank you so much for taking the ride with us. And by the way, if you haven't become a member, you really should, because I mean, you've been getting this stuff for 10 years. Like, what do we have to do around here? Thanks, guys.
Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.